Alright, today we're going to be playing Kerbal Space Program. Wow, I'm already using us. Well, here we are. Sorry, I ended up watching the Jacksepticeye reacts to a public speaking coach reacting to him in general. And it's, while very useful and very interesting, and full of advice for people like me who don't do the whole public speaking thing, it makes you aware of things you do that are bad, really, in terms of keeping people on and things like that. Like, I still use filler a lot. You heard two already, not counting me pointing them out. But today we're just going to be doing a bit of Kerbal Space Program. Going to be streaming this in the next couple of days after this comes out. My Twitch channel is still... I do that way too much. The Twitch channel is actually the same. I got lucky there. My username on Twitch and on YouTube is the same. It's Nightcloak27. If you want to join me there, god damn it, feel free to show up. I'll be doing it for a good chunk of tomorrow and the next day after this comes out. Hopefully. I assume this is going to come out the day I record it, but who knows. This one is going to be more to cover the settings. It's been 2 years since I've played Kerbal. I do love Kerbal. It was fun. It was relaxing. It's oddly so for something when the game is literally rocket science. So, yeah. I don't have any fancy flags there. I love science mode a lot more than I like career mode. I like science because there's still, like, career, there's a ton of just stuff that you need to keep track of. The funding, the blah. It's realistic. That's a bit more stress than I enjoy. Science mode, I enjoy. I enjoy this a lot because there's still progression. You don't have to worry about contracts or funds or reputation. It's just science. So it's just pure progression, no issues there. What is comm network? Oh, yeah, I'll turn that on. Yeah, sure. Sure. I tend to bump that absurdly because I like progression, but I also like, you know, being able to do things. I don't need Kerbal experience. Nah. Because that defeats the point in a setup like this, because then you could just... Yeah, I'll just take -1 million science and worry about it later. Part upgrades. Okay. Alright. Okay. That's... Alrighty then. So we'll try this. I haven't done too much with comm networks. I never got that far. We'll just go ahead and call this recording / streaming and go from there. I would not consider... This is one of the million games that I enjoy, but I would never in my wildest dreams consider myself good at. Like, you know, most games I play. Now, I'm one of those people. I enjoy playing things on easy, on... Okay, whatever. Yep, alright. So we have that. We got a booster. Do we start with... we can stick some fins on here. Thank God I still remember how to do some of this crap. Okay, good. They do have parachutes still. And then we'll slap some mystery goo on here. This is going to end terribly, but it's fine. We'll call this the prototype. Oh, we're staging. I need to mess with staging because I need to make sure that everything, yeah, there it is. So we hit that, and we want this, if I remember correctly, we want it to be like this. Because if I just left it as is, the parachute would go off immediately, and that is a problem. So we're gonna go ahead and just save the prototype as it is. Launch. Now there's a lot to do. If I remember, R and T, yep, turns those on. I don't have any of those modules, so I don't think that does anything, but that's just something you should be in the habit of doing. Like, here's the thing. Where is that? Yeah, so like, anytime you do anything like crew report, alright, it's worth 4.5 science, but you only get one crew report, is the thing. Unless you have radar antenna or something from later in the science that I don't have. I actually probably won't get to keep any of this, so we'll go ahead and keep that here. And we'll just go ahead and launch off. Since there's nothing really going on here, it's actually quite stable. So we're just gonna go ahead and, you know, let this fly. Oh, that's unfortunate. All of my recording notifications are up in the way of my that view. So how are we gonna be? Not far. Oh, they actually have icons for things now. I didn't know about that. No, display staging is fine. Okay, so it's toggle map. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and observe the mystery goo now that we've started to fall back down. We're going to go ahead and keep a crew report up here just to get a good amount of science. And then we're gonna go ahead and trigger that. Who knows if we're actually going to be able to keep any of this. But we're going to try. Because this game has a habit, if you don't have landing stuff or any of that really, of making you have a bad time when you land. And you're gonna lose stuff even though it's, you know, ahead and speed things up a bit. I don't know if it still has the old system. Back when this was in early access, and even when it like first hit like release, physics is still buggy, especially when it comes to fast forward. Alright, well, that was a successful first launch, so we'll go ahead and recover the craft. And once we recover it, we get all of that science from... Yep, so we got 69 science, giggity. Jebediah Kerman didn't die. Always a plus. So now we're going to go to the R&D screen. So this is the Kerbal tech tree. As you do things, it unlocks things. Crazy, I know. But so like basic rocketry, well, now some more fuel boosters, some fuel tanks, and, you know, an actual engine instead of a booster. Engineering 101. Decouplers, thermometer, actual radar. Yeah, we want that. And again, since I have screwed with the science settings so much, I still have a fair bit of unlocking that I can do after just that first mission. Said we're gonna go ahead and go for it. Ability, decouplers. I do have enough for this, so I'm going to. Choke parachute. So with this, we have the first 2 tiers of tech done after the first one. Not bad. So when we look at this, though, and now we start from scratch. So, we're gonna slap a couple fuel tanks on here. Stick the Reliant on here. We are also going to do quad symmetry decouplers here, on which we will land these glorious bad boys here. That is not what I meant to mess with. I don't know where it was, so I don't know how to fix it. Gonna stick some wings on there to make it, you know, aerodynamic. I don't know if quad symmetry is the best call there, but I'm not a rocket scientist, I'm no jack. That's part of why this game is fun, is it's just, you know, hey, I'm messing around with science. Let's go ahead and go quad drogue shoots. Just to... No, we don't... That's too big. We need to stage this out. So we're gonna go on a magical adventure here. This is going to still end fine because we don't have enough crap yet for things to really hit the fan. Make of that what you will, but that's my metric. But I think since we survived the last one, I think this will be fine. Keyword being think there. Go ahead and save this new prototype, and we'll go ahead and just launch it from our default launch pad. While we're on the launch pad, let's go ahead and log pressure data and the temperature reading, because I've set up 4 of them. We have the tools, so we're gonna go ahead and hit R and T. Not that that matters. Again, I don't have the SAS module on here or anything of that nature. We're gonna go ahead and launch the boosters. So since the boosters are symmetrical, this should not cause me much issue, especially now with that basically adding extra stability. It'll look like I'm okay. Looks like at least for this period. Okay, yep. So that's okay. So that's full, and that's the adjust throttle. Okay. Sorry, I'm still remembering the controls. With boosters, you don't really need to worry about your engine throttle because it's you either go or you don't. So those boosters, which we are going to go ahead and just drop now. We're going to go ahead and log the pressure data up here and log the temperature up here. And we're actually going to go ahead and trigger the engine. Now, okay, I do actually have vectoring on this. So I can actually turn, which is insane because I didn't think I'd be able to. Get that crew report. This is going quite well, honestly. Go ahead and up that a bit. How far am I going to get? I am actually going to get quite a ways, though. Wow, yeah, I almost made it. Out. Like, if I had actually focused that straight and just applied more, I might have left the atmosphere. Well, I will leave the atmosphere, but the orbit. Hi, have I mentioned I'm not a scientist? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and log it, in space near. And we're just gonna let this be what it is. So we're just gonna, whoop. There it is. I don't think there's much of anything else to do here, because I think this is still just space high over Kerbal. Okay, possibly. Gonna log temperatures and whatnot. We're just gonna let it be what it is. And so now that we're getting closer, we're going to go ahead and have those auto trigger. So once we come in enough, oh boy, those, oh, that's no good. Those did not trigger. What happened? I don't really know what happened there, to be honest. I don't know if it's because I went in, like if I told them to fire from too far out, and they just didn't. They just snapped, they froze, something. I'm so used to click and drag that I just reflexively click and drag even when it's like, no, you just link it up. Yeah. No. Yeah, there we go. So unfortunately, I still don't have any SAS modules ready to go. Like, here's the thing. These are a bit big. But, honestly, if it means my thing won't frickin' die again... Actually... I need these to be up here. So that way they won't. So let's go ahead and mess with rocket science some more. Again, gotta log that. Since I had to revert everything, nothing from that went. It is one of the problems with the whole being able to revert and no consequences. Trade-off is, though, you do lose everything from that launch. I think part of the problem, too, is our angle was just too steep. Okay, so these are red. What does that mean? Is that they're blocked? They just can't run right now? I'm guessing that is what that means. That's why it is probably a good thing I got that. So we're going to go ahead and let those drop. We're going to take this moment to log temperature and barometer. And we're going to go ahead and no, I don't want sticky keys on. I'm sorry if that caused an issue for you guys. And we're going to just do this a bit. Oh, I don't have that. That explains why everything is so bouncy. I don't have either of those on because I forgot to hit those on. Because I am, as they say in the business, smart. So we are just going to let it pan out, and we're going to see if I can actually make it to the desert airfield. Probably not. I say probably not because it looks like I am going to run out of fuel before that point in time. And sure enough, I do. And so... Oh, wait, that's right, I'm an idiot. If I have this decoupled, none of this is going to keep. Well, I have fucked up. But I have fucked up in the way that I am going to keep. So if we actually, let's actually do this because I want to try and save it. We're just going to move all the parachutes to here and ignore the decoupler. If this works, awesome. If it does not, oh well. Can I... Is this where I need it to be? High over Kerbal? I think so. I think I'm high enough for the last set. And with that, we are good to just let this go. Okay, now that we're here, I want them to get a bit closer. We need to hit atmosphere or those aren't going to do jack. Yeah, it's like, oh, we are approaching atmosphere. And so with that in mind, I am going to go ahead and proc that. With any luck, some of them will open. But once again, it looks like I have screwed something up. It's just... So I am doing something wrong. What it is, I am not quite sure. But there is something about the way I am running it that my parachute simply cannot handle. Oh yeah, I might as well just get rid of the decoupler. Honestly, I don't need it. And with the way I have this set up, it's just going to be a problem if I left it on. So we're going to go ahead and try this again. I have these radiators now. Actually, if I set this to the side... Okay, that's too big. What about you? You fit. And I can stack that on top. I don't know if that actually helps at that point, though. So, we'll see. Given that I don't actually know what's wrong, it's pretty hard to figure out how to fix for me. Because again, I have, this might shock you to know that somebody on YouTube is not also an insane scientist, but I have no background in rocket science. I don't actually know what I'm doing, everything in this game is trial and error for me. Which is fine, don't get me wrong. That don't mean I have a bad time, right? I'm just gonna keep forgetting that. So yeah, we have that radiator, and you can actually see that it is doing something. Because normally there's, well, a lot more heat. Like, normally there's fire right now at this high, and there isn't. Nope, now we're starting to get it. Now it's starting to get it. We're starting to get it regardless, but, you know, until the end there. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and log temp. And we're going to tilt and get ready and hit. And this time we're going to focus more on just putting ourselves out there. This was honestly the worst possible choice I could have made. Balls. Just in terms of direction. So this one, we are trying to do it a little bit differently. And we'll see if it pans out. Because part of the problem may have been, and those of you who are far more familiar with this than I am, feel free to pitch in on whether or not my ideas are correct or not, but the return vector is too high, I think was the problem there, is that it was too steep an angle. And so that because of the steepness of the angle, there wasn't anything really that my ship could do about it. So, like, I have that, but it's not safe to deploy. And so it's not deploying because it's not safe to deploy, which is a problem. Because I'm going... Okay, we have it. We have initial chute deployment. Parachutes actually launched this time, which gives credibility to the theory that it was just the vector was too large. Flying at Kerbal. We'll actually go ahead and reset it, and if it survives our splashdown, we'll get it then. Now, I appear to have, because I wasn't looking when I set this thing up, I was more concerned with making sure it survived, I appear to have very solidly blocked the hatch. Which means I cannot have Jebediah here actually leave the craft. And that's another thing you can do, is you can have him leave if you're, you know, set up properly, which this one is not. So we are actually going to go ahead and time warp up, because we are still many thousand feet up, and the parachutes are, crazily enough, doing their job. So we'll be able to splash down fairly well here. Yep, and then they go on that full extension. Well, we're still 2,000 feet up, but... you know, there we are. And now those ones have deployed. I like how I've got this full umbrella of parachutes. Alright, we're still 700 feet above sea level. The reason I'm not concerned is because we are very clearly going to splash down in the middle of the ocean. So I can just keep this up because we're still 500 feet above sea level. Like, that's what this thing is it's the sea level mark. So once we hit, like, under 100, I'll worry. But, like, until then, I could just wait. Like, if this was over land, I'd have to eyeball it some. But, excuse me, in this setup, I could just wait. Because sea level, it's when this marker hits 0. And if I go back down to 1 time, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's still going to take a while. So we're going to go ahead and just let this tick down, and now we're going to let it. Boom! Beautiful. Alright, so we can go ahead and recover vessel. So that was a brilliantly successful run. We'll see all the science I got from that. It should be a lot. Yep, 177 science total, 171 from that. Suborbital flight still, but that's normal. Next, Jebediah's ready. We're good. And full disclosure, I will be when I'm streaming tomorrow. Wow. I need to stop doing that, but I never will. When I'm streaming, we got more engines, we got more. When I'm streaming, I will absolutely be using these settings, which is a brilliant opportunity to shill, and it will shill across platform. If I remember, I'll put my Twitch in the description of this, but who knows if I'll actually remember or not. Okay, and yeah, so as you can see, not only does it get wider as you go on, but each one costs more as you go on. Crazy, I know. But we've essentially cut off what I can do for now. And tomorrow, I will actually go ahead and stream this. And let me know in the comments if you want me to post the recordings of the stream. Like, I have my software set up to also record when I'm streaming, and so I will just have the large multi-hour version of this. Alternatively, I think I can set it to automatically break up into 30-minute chunks of just the recording, but there'll be no intro, outro, preamble, or any of that. So let me know in the comments if you want that to happen, and how you want that to happen. And we'll go from there tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I do enjoy Kerbal. I would like to do a fair bit of this. So, it's always a plus. Oh, finally, incline reactors. Shoot, I should have focused that then. Sorry, incline reactors are great for turning your ship. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.